Just want to make a quick review talking about the premiere of Legion that happened tonight. We got Chapter 1. It's a new show on FX. It is a highly recommended show if you are into psychedelic things, if you'd like to see characters develop over time. This is a really good show for you to check out. I will say right off the bat, this is a visually stunning show. It is insane. The visuals, the directing, the editing, the cinematography, everything was perfect and really helped you encapsulate what the show made you want to feel, made it want to feel tight and closed, scary, confined, and that's what I really got from every scene, every shot. Even the shots where David, the main character, loses his mind, you can see him using his power, and it just felt intense and encapsulated in what the show should be. That was really nice to see. So let's talk about the character of David, played by Dan Stevens. And if you are a fan of Dan Stevens, if you've seen him in Downton Abbey, he's going to be the Beast coming up this year. This show justifies him as the next big actor. I think it was transformative, his portrayal of this character of David Haller, going from being this man who might be schizophrenic to having to use his powers. He might be a mutant, he might just be schizophrenic, we don't know yet, but everything about it was so good. And the way that Dan Stevens played this character was just unbelievable. I like Dan Stevens. Downton Abbey was a good role for him. This is way different than that. So if you like Dan Stevens, this is the role that's going to make him the next big star. If he does not get nominated for an Emmy, then it will be a shame, because he did that good. And that's just the first episode. We got so many more episodes going up. Some of the scenes that really justified his acting is when he's talking to this government agent and they're in his room alone. And you see the way he's acting, the way he is, just every little twitch he makes, every way he looks and turns his head justifies him for this big role like that. Another character that really impressed me was Rachel Gellar's character of Syd Barrett. I like Rachel Gellar. Coming off of the season 2 of Fargo, was one of my favorite programs of 2015. I really liked her in it. Sad to see her go in that show, spoiler alert. But coming into this, it was really incredible. Didn't know what I was going to expect from her, but her character is so unique and so different from everything you've seen. The first time we meet her, she doesn't like people touching her. She's afraid of what might happen. I thought at first it was like a germaphobe thing because we're in this mental institute and everyone's crazy, but then we find out later she's not crazy, she's just like that. And one of the things I thought right away of her character was, because this is part of the Marvel Universe, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the Netflix stuff. It's not even part of the X-Men stuff, but that's what this is that the way she covers her hands, she doesn't like people touching her because she's afraid of it. And I guess you kind of get that from the kiss that she shares with David. I thought this character could be Rogue, the character Rogue from the X-Men. I do not think that's the way the show is going to go now. It was interesting. Her character is really intriguing. This show sets up so much for the universe, so much for other episodes that we will get, and this is a really good one to jump you into this world. At times it's a little kerfuddled, it's a little mumbled, there's a lot going on, you get a little lost in what's happening because there's so many visuals, so many things happening with David. You don't know where he is, you don't know if he's this person or if he's Syd. And yeah, there's times where you think maybe this Syd's not real, maybe she's part of him, and then she tells him at the end, no, I'm real, this is real, you're not in the hospital anymore, but he still could be. There's a lot going on and it's really intriguing. Another character that really impressed me, and I love her from Parks and Rec, and you know who I'm talking about, it's Aubrey Plaza. She's a great actress, she is so funny, so fun, and in this role you can tell that I would believe that she would be in a mental institution. She's that good of an actress. I would love to see her have another big role like this, and what she did here was incredible. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode, I don't know why you're watching this review, she gets killed by Syd posing as David. Yes, it's very convoluted. I cannot do it justice just by talking about it. You have to watch it to find out. But her character gets killed, and then we see her later inside of David's mind. Very interesting scene. I want to see where this goes. Maybe David is still schizophrenic and she's just another figure that he's seeing in his mind. And on top of seeing stuff in his mind, this character who looks gruesome, grotesque, this big looking man, is so creepy. I want to see how this story will play out with him and this weird man inside his brain. How did this person come to be with him? There's so many interesting scenes in this, so many interesting shots. Some of the things I really liked was there's this really weird number where there's David's in bed in his supposedly in his sister's house, and he's in bed, and then we get to the shot where he's dancing with Sid and they're doing this weird trippy dance. Very interesting choice, very weird thing to see. Or the scene where everyone's playing ping pong and they're all dressed like him. I thought that was an interesting shot too. Everything in the mental institution was very weird, very insane, and I feel like we're going to be moving away from the mental institution coming further on into the series unless the whole thing is inside his brain. Another interesting thing that could happen, but it's really interesting to see. And I can't really say any more about this show than it's interesting, it's intriguing, but it's a little much at the same time. Still, you should check it out. There's so much going on. And this FBI agent, I can't remember his name, but everything with him and how they have David in this institution, you see the way that the institution is set up. It looks like they're inside a school because there's a theater, there's a swimming pool. It's just really crazy. And this guy who's just standing in the back, cutting sticks into shapes, I don't know what he is. I think he's a mutant too. I'm just speculating here. I don't like theorizing so much because sometimes it ruins the whole story for you. It ruins the whole thing. So I'm not going to spoiler. I'm not going to talk about theories because you need to figure stuff out for yourself. You need to guess for yourself. So overall, I do highly recommend checking out this series. It's a better Marvel show. It feels like a Netflix show. And on top of that, this gives me hope, and if you're a fan of this character, it should give you hope that we will one day get a Moon Knight Netflix series or a series on ABC or anything. Thanks for listening to this review. I hope you check out some other videos, and good luck. Stay tuned for more TV and movie reviews coming soon from this channel. Hope you enjoyed this video.